Life is simply a lot simpler than we think. If you're someone like me, right? Someone who overthinks, overanalyzes every little situation. It feels like the world is ending at any moment, and you're just constantly in your head, in your mental, and questioning all the things that are around us, questioning like life, questioning existence, questioning our purpose, questioning like what's our bigger reason for being on this planet, questioning the things, how they work this way, why this happens this way. That's that's pretty much describing me. That is describing me. Just someone who views every little detail about every little situation. And life is a lot simpler than that. Life isn't meant to, as I wish I kind of had the view that I had as a kid, or not even a kid, just a couple of years ago. I didn't necessarily care or pay attention to all the nonsense that was going on around me. I didn't pay attention to what's going on social media. I didn't pay attention to what's going on in the world. Because that honestly just drives anxiety. That honestly drives my overthinking. Because you're just seeing all the negative shit that's going down. But life is much simpler than that. Do you know, like, not every question or not everything you notice or everything you see within life has to have an answer. Like, I would consider myself a logical thinker. I would consider myself someone who needs to know how A got to B, or how this solution came about. Like, what led to this solution, the science behind it, the reasoning, the logical reasoning behind it. And it has its pros and cons. Um, I'll say the cons definitely more so than the pros, because it just doesn't allow me to necessarily fully grasp the moments as well as I should, as well as I know I should. And being in your mental is the last place you want to be all the time. You have to be present with what you're doing. You have to be present with your family, present in conversations, present at all times, because that's all we have. There's no future, there's no past. Everything happens in the present. The future and the past are just concepts. The past is just a memory, and the future is something that hasn't happened yet. And when the future does come, everything that happens is in that present moment. And when the past happened, it was in the present. Life is much simpler when you realize not every question, not everything that's going on around you, not everything that everything that's just going on in the world, it doesn't have to have an answer. It doesn't have to, you don't have to fix those problems. I feel like I have to fix things. I have to fix things that are not even in my control. I have to fix things that are not my issue. And it's something I'm working on, just figuring out, like, don't worry about the things you can't control, because at the end of the day you can't control them, so there's no point in stressing. And even if you can control certain things, there's no point in stressing anyway, because honestly that stressing it just makes it all is there's no benefit to it. It's just at the end of the day you're just giving yourself more of a headache, giving yourself more anxiety, giving yourself more overthinking in the mental. Life is actually, and what made me think of this today is I was just chilling with my niece. She's 6 months old, 6 months in a day. And I was just looking at her, and she was just enjoying I mean, there's not much she could really do because she's a little baby, but she was just enjoying what was going on in that present moment. There's no way she's thinking about no future. No way she's thinking about past. She's just happy to be here. She's just happy to be alive, happy to be moving. She's just happy to be of existence. And our existence here is a miracle in of itself. What is it, like 1 in 400 trillion chance of you even being alive? So there's no reason to really stress, because even if you're going through some like stressful shit, or you're going through some like depression or any of that stuff, even you just being here, just you being alive, it's just a miracle. It is a miracle. It's not like a miracle. It is a miracle. You being alive is a blessing. If you're able to feel feelings, or if you're able to feel the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, that means you're alive. That means you're breathing. That means you're human. So that's how I try to rephrase it or reframe it in my mind. Because life is, honestly, we're just here to, I don't have an answer. I'm not trying to answer it, but we're just here to exist. We're here to live. We're not here to try to figure everything out. We're not here to have an answer to every problem. We're here to just dance. Life is like a dance, right? You don't, Alan Watts said it best. You don't, the point of a dance is the dance. You don't dance to get to a specific destination on a dance floor. The whole point of the dance is the dance itself. And then if you end up on that side of the floor, so be it. But that's not the point of a dance. The whole point of dancing is the dance itself. And the whole point of life is the living itself. It's the it's just being alive, it's just being here. It's so much simpler than we think. And just stepping away from like everything for a little bit, just chilling with my niece, like no phone, no social media, no nothing, just chilling, watching her smile, and just like, that's what it is. That child that is always in us, just living, having a good time. Like, I feel like our purpose in here is to have a good time and to have goals that you want to achieve, but make sure they're goals that you actually, or make sure that the thing that you want, quote unquote, I don't think you should ever want anything, but the thing that you are striving for is something worth, because you're gonna have your ups and downs, but you have to make sure you love that thing enough, or you want that thing enough, in order to sustain the obstacles, in order to push through that. I feel like our purpose. See how you see how I'm getting in the mindset of trying to figure out purpose. Like, I just need to get out that mentality in general, but more so just having something you enjoy and just going for that. Not being stuck in something you're miserable at. If it's being a YouTuber, if it's being an actor, if it's being a doctor, if it's anything, set your mind to it. And if you love that thing enough, it'll come, because you love it so much that you'll go through whatever it takes. So life is pretty simple. It's nothing to overcomplicate. There's nothing to really overanalyze. We're here for a good time. We're here to experience happiness, joy, the sadness, the anxiety, the different types of emotions. That's what we are. We're emotional creatures. And I don't know. I'm kind of going off on a little tangent here, but I don't know. There's no reasoning to try to figure out life because you're just gonna drive yourself crazy. That's what I've you know. There's no reason to try to have the answer. So, like I said, the whole point of living or the whole point of life is living, just as the whole point of the dance is the dancing. So, I'll leave you with that. If you want more of these type of talks, stay tuned because I'm gonna try to drop 4 or 5 times a week and just talk. That's really it. Peace.